Hey, what's happening, family? How y'all doing? Welcome to another episode of Messages in the Madness with yours truly, Vernon Longhorn Davis. God bless you. Thank you for being here. Hey, Mr. Ned, how you doing? Yeah, glad to see you. Glad to see everybody. I know it's Super Bowl Sunday and people are watching the Super Bowl. Those are that are big Seahawks fan or big Patriots fans. Can't say that I'm either. I'm not a big fan of the Patriots and not really a Seahawks fan. I'm more of the, y'all know, Dallas Cowboys, Kansas City, and the Saints. Now, if they were playing, I'd be right there at it. But I watched part of it. I even watched the Bad Bunny thing. It was interesting. I didn't understand a damn thing he said, but it was a lot of energy and it was beautifully done. But yeah, my Spanish is no bueno. It's not gonna happen. So, hey, Miss Marion, good to see you. Yes, good Super Bowl evening, Mad family. I know that's right. Just to let y'all know, we did get a note from DC Fluffy. She will not be joining us tonight. So it is what it is, but I'm glad you guys are here. So make sure you hit like, love, share the message. Now, before I get too far into the message, hey, Charlotte, good to see you. Before I get too far into the message, because tonight may be a little deep. We talked about this before, but I picked this topic tonight because I've learned something about myself. Whenever my life starts to feel off balance, whenever I feel like overwhelmed, frustrated, stuck, I can usually trace it back to one of my core needs not being met. And we all got core needs, not my wishes, my needs. And I'm sure, all y'all got those too. So maybe I've ignored my health, or maybe I let my relationship drift. Maybe I'm running without purpose. We've all done that. Maybe my finances are causing pressure. Maybe my time is being spent in ways that empty me instead of build me. It's possible. We all go through that. Maybe my habits are moving me away from who I want to become. Maybe I'm tired and calling it failure. Yeah, this is it's an introspective, I guess that's the word. Maybe I forgot my worth or I forget my worth. Maybe I stopped being helpful. I stopped helping others and lost my sense of meaning. Or maybe the basic necessities, food, rest, stability have been louder than I wanted to admit. Whatever it is, I found that when a need goes unmet long enough, life starts to feel heavier than it should. So tonight we're going to find them. We're going to talk about them because I know if I'm talking about it, I'm not the only one talking about it. So, hey, Miss Brown, good to see you. Hey, Annette, great to see you as well. Hey, Miss Coley. Miss Coley's here. Well, if she's lurking out there, hey, Miss Coley. So tonight, that is the name of our topic tonight is called Check Your Foundation. I picked this topic tonight because, like I say, I've learned something about myself and I didn't realize it. So I know if I'm not the only one. So I was like, you know what? We talked about this a while ago. It's a couple of years ago. We talked about the basic needs that we have and the things that we need in our lives. So, yeah, let's get back to that. We're going to talk about that tonight. So, good evening, everybody. Again, I'm glad you're here. I hope your day treated you. I hope your day treated you well. And if it didn't, I'm especially glad that you made time to sit with me tonight. For those of y'all that are new to the show, out there on LinkedIn and YouTube and Facebook, welcome to Messages in the Madness with your host, Vernon Longhorn Davis. That would be me. We don't do drama. We don't do division. We just talk. We do real talk that reminds us there's always meaning buried inside life's madness. So let's go find it. Let me ask y'all something. What if the frustration you feel in your life is not because everything is broken? What if it's because something underneath needs attention? Something in you needs attention. It's like a house. It's not the paint. It's not the decorations, not the outside appearance, but the foundation, your foundation. You are a house with a foundation. And the house looks great. It looks wonderful. But the foundation of that house is needs some attention. Most of us try to, upgrade life from the outside in. We want better outcomes, better relationships, better opportunities. We want better moods. I know I love it when I'm in a good mood, but we rarely pause long enough to ask, what is my life resting on right now? What is my foundation? What is it resting on? Because here's something I know. If the foundation is weak, success feels heavy. And I'm not just talking about financial success. I'm talking about life, success in life. Big successes, small successes, they feel like the weight of the world. If the foundation is strong, pressure becomes manageable. It can handle it. You can put that, whatever it is, on it because it can handle it if the foundation is strong. Same responsibilities, different support. I think a lot of good people are walking around discouraged. Not because they're incapable, but because they are unbalanced. I may be one of them. One or two areas are worn down, and instead of reinforcing them, we keep stacking more weight on top of them. We just keep adding more expectations and obligations and deadlines and emotional loads without checking what is holding it all up. Tonight is not about blame. Tonight is about awareness. Tonight is about checking your foundation. Yeah, what's holding you up? What's holding your life up? Let's start where every structure starts. Basic needs: food, water, shelter, clothing. Those are the things we all need. We all got to have. We need those things. If those are uncertain, everything else changes. Advice sounds different. Motivation sounds different. Even encouragement can feel out of reach. When survival is loud, inspiration has to whisper. So if those basics are secure for you right now, that's not a small thing. That is major. That is wonderful. If you have those basics, because you'd be surprised how many people don't have food, water, shelter, clothing. Brother Terry, good to see you. Yeah, just think about the people in North St. Louis that's still struggling from the tornado. Food, water, shelter, clothing, basics. And if someone around you is struggling in that regard, they're not lazy or difficult. They are trying to stabilize the ground beneath their feet. They're trying to get their footing. That is where compassion fits in. Not now, yeah. That's where they need the compassion. But let's talk about your health. Let's talk about health. Let's talk about the physical and mental health, which is also something that you absolutely need for your foundation to be strong. You ever notice how exhaustion can make you believe that things that are not true? Yeah, exhaustion will do that to you. You start thinking nothing will change. Nobody understands you or understands your situation. This is how it will always be. Tired brains tell dramatic stories. And rest interrupts those lies. That's why rest is so important. We got to take care of ourselves. I know I say it all the time, but taking care of ourselves is not selfish. It's necessary maintenance. You are the vehicle carrying your purpose. And you're like a car because you're carrying your purpose. And a car needs maintenance, right? And if you ignore the engine long enough, you don't change the oil in that thing or rotate the tires or any of those maintenance items, and eventually that trip's going to end earlier than it's supposed to. It's going to break down. You're going to be sitting on the side of the road waiting on AAA. You got to take care of you. You got to take care of that health. Another important part of your foundation is relationships. Every person needs at least one place where they can be real. They need one person in their life that they can be themselves. Yeah, no veils, no pretenses. They can just be them. Of course, I can be me in my home, but when I'm in Texas, I can be, and some of y'all don't know this, but I can be man. I'm not Vernon in Texas. I'm man. MANN. That's what my family knows me as. That's what my friends I grew up knew me as Man Davis. No performances, no pretending, no editing, just honesty. And I can be that here, just like you should be able to be, because we need that. That is a big part of our foundation. A place where you can say, today, I am struggling. And someone says, thank you for trusting me with that. Yeah. You can't do that everywhere, but you should be able to do that in your home, because that's where your foundation is. Because, see, acting strong 24 hours a day is exhausting. Oh my God, is it exhausting? And we're not built to do life alone. Purpose and growth. We need movement in our lives. I'm fortunate. I have these things. And we're not built for it. We're not built to do it by ourselves. Something to learn, something to chase, something to improve, somewhere to go. We need these things. They're called progress. And without progress, our days blur together. We need to learn something new. We need something, a goal to chase. We need to look around and find something to improve. I don't care if it's that drawer in the kitchen with all the condiments from the restaurant from when you eat out that you haven't cleaned out in 5 years. And there's some icky, sticky brown stuff in the bottom of it. Improve it. You need to find somewhere to go, something to do. These are all part of your foundations. We need movement in our lives. Before I get into this next one, Cousin Barbara said, when you slow down and start taking care of yourself and stop showing up to everything, then they say you acting funny with them. They can say what they want to, Cousin Barbara. Sometimes you need to slow down. Sometimes you need to take a beat. Sometimes you got to say no. Sometimes you can't do everything for everybody. You just can't. And that's truth. You're right, Mr. Net. You have to learn to let them say whatever they want. Because they're gonna say it anyway. Whether you whether you rescue them or not, they're gonna say it anyway. So are they let's go back. Are they contributing to the strength of your foundation, or are they tearing it down? There's the question for you. Let's talk about comfort. And I know this is my third week in a row mentioning comfort. But comfort without direction can feel like captivity. You can feel trapped. Even small forward steps can wake hope back up if you get out of your comfort zone. And I know it's hard getting out of your comfort zone, but it's imperative. It is a big part of your foundation. Sometimes you got to get out of your house and walk around it and inspect your foundation, because see, out in your house is your comfort zone. I need you to walk outside of your house, get out of your comfort zone, walk around, take a look at your foundation. Now, another thing that's part of our foundation is our finances. And I'm not talking about luxury. I'm not talking about relief. The ability to breathe without panic sitting on your chest. So that would be a form of relief. I take that back. Money stress touches everything: communications, patience, confidence, your sleep. It's hard to sleep when you got these things on your brain, when they weighing you down and you trying to figure it out. But when there is stability, financial stability, clarity returns. Your life gets better. You move forward. You walk a little different. You ever notice you walk a little different when you got an extra $100 in your pocket and your bills is paid? You walk a little different. One of the big parts of the things that we need in our life and that are part of our foundation is time. And we used to talk a lot about time on this show, and I thought I may have talked too much about it, so I backed off. But time is the most precious thing that you got, because you don't know how much time you've got. Time is life, and it's measured, but it's not measured by you. Nobody knows how much time you have. They know how much time you spent, but nobody knows how much time you have, not even you. So it's precious. But if most of your hours are going forward, going towards things that empty you, and almost none towards things that refill you, frustration is coming. Oh, it's coming, baby. You're gonna get frustrated. Your hours have to go towards things that fill you, that warms your heart, that makes you feel good. Not towards things that empty you. You got to refill you. Because if you don't get it, frustration is coming, and frustration ain't playing with you. Frustration ain't scared of you. And it will not knock politely. It's just going to show up. Part of our foundation is we have to have good habits and discipline. Daily behaviors become future realities. I know we talked about that a couple of weeks ago also. little choices that we make, they stack up. And we keep making those little changes, those little choices in a positive fashion. They create a direction. And if you keep doing them, they develop a good habit. And then there's the discipline that it takes to take those steps. That is called self-respect. When you're able to respect yourself in the so much that you are able to continue to take those steps, no matter who's watching or who's not watching, who's clapping or who's not clapping for you. Your own discipline to take those steps. I want to feel better. I want to save money. I want to go somewhere. I want to do something. I want to go outside and make a mud pie. The steps that you take to move in that direction is self-respect and discipline. And those are part of your foundation. It's saying my tomorrow matters enough for me to act today. If you're going to make a pecan pie and you say you want to make a pecan pie tomorrow, then you got to make sure that you got everything you need to make that pecan pie. Then there's resilience. Resilience is one of my favorite words. I love that word because hardship is guaranteed. Going through some things in your life is guaranteed. I can guarantee you're going to have some hard times. Plans will break, expectations will fail, change will visit without asking permission. It's not going to knock, it's not going to honk. It's just going to be like, hey, what's happening? I'm here. But it takes resilience to move forward, to be able to deal with it in whatever fashion that you must. Strength is a big one for our foundation. Strength is not avoiding difficulty. Strength is staying upright inside. When things get tough, being able to stretch your back, set up straight, stick your chest out, look forward instead of wilting like a flower in heat. You just buckle. You might as well be as weak as that foundation. Your self-worth is everything. If you forget your value, you will start bargaining with things that cannot afford you. I'm going to say that again, and then that's all I'm going to say about it. If you forget your value, you will start bargaining with things that cannot afford you or your time or your space. Another big part of your foundation. See, you will accept less. You will defend less. You will expect less. Remembering who you are upgrades what you allow. And compassion. I don't think y'all hear me tonight. I don't think you hear me. Compassion is part of our foundation. We need to help. We need to encourage. We need to lift. We need to leave something better behind us. We need to leave a legacy. And I'm not talking about a legacy of money or houses or bad health, but we need to leave something better behind us. We need to leave a wake of love, compassion. There is healing in being useful. And I know, Charlotte likes to help the veterans. August, who's not with us tonight, he likes to help the veterans. Cody and her mom, they crochet. I know, and that is something. Ms. Brown, she helps out her family all the time and friends as well. Brother Terry, he works with the veterans. He helps them out, and he helps the boys in blue. He does what he can. Annette, you help people with your horses. That's compassion. And it's a beautiful thing. So, like I said, contributions remind you that you matter. And that you matter now. Now, here's where we slow down. Because if life feels off, it might not be everything. It might be one beam, one place that needs attention. So I want you to do something privately. No one needs your answer but you. What are you shaking right now? Is your health and you keep ignoring it? Is there something going on with you that you keep ignoring? Saying it's going to get better, it's going to be all right. Maybe I need to quit smoking. Maybe I need to go on a diet. Maybe I need to stop drinking Pepsi. Is your relationship and you feel alone? I'm sorry, is it your relationship and you feel alone? Is it your finances and you're carrying silent stress? But who isn't these days? Unless you didn't hit the lottery. Is it your direction and you feeling stuck? Is it your habits and they are taking you somewhere you don't want to go? You don't want to do it. Where is the crack in your foundation? Sit with that for a moment. Ask yourself, be honest with yourself. Where is the crack in my foundation? Because, see, once you can name it, you can begin fixing it. But you can't fix it until you can actually say it out loud. What is the crack in my foundation? Is it food? Is it water? Is it shelter? Is it love? Is it compassion? Is it resilience? What is the crack? Marion said, you're hitting right on time and it's just sinking in. Well, I'm glad that this message is sinking in for somebody. I know I started off slow with it, but I needed to be deliberate in what I was saying. So I hope that it's sinking in a good way. Annette says compassion is essential, not enough today. Funny, our base priest today. Okay. Marion says, and you don't need anyone's permission to do what you need to do to be who you are. No, you don't need nobody's permission to fill your own cracks, to fix your foundation. You don't. Because, see, once you name it, once you identify it, you can start working. You can repair what you refuse. I'm sorry, you can't repair what you refuse to name, what you can't recognize, or what you refuse to recognize. You may be looking straight at it and you know what it is. Awareness is not weakness. Awareness is the doorway to change. Let me I hope somebody finds this message tonight and it frees them. It gives them a different perspective. Needing work does not make you broken. It makes you human. I am a broken man. I have cracks in my foundation because I'm human. But I'm willing to work on those cracks in my foundation. I'm willing to do the work. And that's what makes the difference. Some things are instant fix, and then some things you have to work on. They take time. That crack didn't form overnight. So it's not going to be fixed overnight. Every structure requires maintenance. Ignoring it will lead to collapse. I'm not ignoring the cracks, nor should you. Facing it leads to strength. And you got it. Whether you admit it or not, you got it. You do not rebuild everything tomorrow. You can't. You reinforce one area at a time. If you got more than one crack in your foundation, work on that. Fix that. Maybe you need to make a phone call. Maybe you need to make better choices. Maybe you need to make an appointment. Maybe an honest conversation with yourself or whatever your higher power is. Maybe you just need to make one adjustment. It may not even be a big adjustment. It may be a small adjustment. Maybe you need to stop making cheesecake. And the momentum begins. It builds. Here is what I know. The moment honesty replaces pretending, your progress starts. The moment honesty replaces pretending, your progress starts. Not because everything is fixed, but because you are finally building on truth. So check your foundation, not to criticize yourself, to prepare yourself. Because when the base is strong, you can build higher. You can build anything on it. Love deeper, encourage longer. Survive the hardest wins. You can endure when your base is strong. Strong foundations create strong futures. And you are worth something that lasts. You are worth it. Annette, you said, what do you do if your foundation is cracked and cannot be fixed health-wise? Before I say that, I'm going to say this part. I am not a doctor. I'm not a medical professional, so the opinion that I give is just my own. And it's for educational and entertainment purposes only. So yes, I said the disclaimer before I said that. Annette, I'm old. When I was told what I was told about my health, I thought that was it. I froze. But I moved forward as if that was not it. And I continue to move forward as if that is not it. The doctors don't have all the answers. The doctors don't have the final say. You must get up every day and move forward, not focusing on what they said, but focusing on how you could feel that crack. Because there's two things that are definite. We were born and we're gonna leave this earth one day. Those two things are gonna happen. But what we do in the midst of that makes all the difference in the world. You know that phrase, live, love, laugh? Try laughing a little harder, living a lot stronger, and loving more than you ever have. Start taking care of yourself. It's not, pills ain't going to save you by themselves. You got to do some other things. And there's other research out there, and you got to do that research. You got to make a decision whether you want to live off of what they said, or is there an alternative? Is that the last word, or is it? I think that's the best way I could tell you. You got to keep moving forward. You got to feel those cracks. You got to feel those cracks. Because since what you were told, you've been here a while. Now, unless they told you tomorrow is your last day, I wouldn't bet on it. And don't give up, don't give in. Keep moving forward. Find something new to do to help you. Whether it's your higher power, eating something different, going out for a walk. Maybe you need to smoke a joint. I don't know. You got to figure that out. And you got to believe today is not your last day. So, well, guys, that's the message for tonight. And I hope that you're welcome. I hope that you got something from it. I hope you found something in it that you can share. Maybe hopefully you found a way to fill the cracks in your foundation. So until next Sunday, guys, this has been another episode of Messages in the Madness with your host, Vernon Longhorn Davis. As I say every week, I love you. God loves you. Take care of yourself. Love yourself. Respect yourself. Get them kids a hug from me. Have an awesome, fabulous, fantastic week. Yeah, Cheech and Chong medicine. Yeah, if you got to do that, do that. But God bless y'all, man. Until next Sunday, $2.